Hey coach, this is Terrain Patton, man. Since all that I got you guys on this schedule up next, I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. You're gonna regret not giving me the opportunity to start at Earlham. I'm gonna kill you guys when we play on Saturday. When you come on my turf, I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna prove the coaching staff that you put together wrong as well. You're gonna rue this day, man. Watch out for it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Teambuilder Dynasty, featuring that college football revamp, of course. And today we got ourselves, our second conference game of the season. We're taking on the Transylvania Pioneers, who are 0-4 so far this season. Lee Corso is going to be rocking with us. We have a D overall squad, of course. D- offense and a D+ defense. Well, Transylvania has a D- overall team with Ds across the board. Other than that, they still haven't won yet over the course of the season, but that being said, they have been competitive in almost all of the games that they've played in, except the Manchester game that they played last week where they got blown out. We, on the other hand, just got our first win of the season, but we could easily have been 3-1 at this point, as this is also a little bit of a, bittersweet experience for Terrain Patton. We play him for the first time since he did transfer to Transylvania, and you already know what's going to go down. Coach got a call from Terrain Patton trying to talk some trash before the game, so we gotta let him know how it is, man. We're gonna go ahead and try to take care of business, but before we do so, I need you guys to do me a favor. Smash that like button for me, as well as hit me up down in the comments. I love interacting with all of you guys, of course, and I'll try to answer all your guys' comments, as well as hit that subscribe button if you're new, man, if you're enjoying what you're seeing. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and try to get our second win of the season. Let's get it. Alright, man, so you see the title, you see the thumbnail, and I'm trying to make this quarterback look silly, man. Make him regret transferring from Earlham College, man. As right now, Terrain Patton's off to a decent start. Gotta give him credit where credit is due. He gets a nice little scramble out of the pocket and ends up picking 6 yards, on that little scramble. But, my goal is to go ahead and just shut this team out outright, as Chris Anderson actually breaks a couple of tackles as well. And on top of that, we also get a face mask called on us here at the exact same time. So Matthew Sand's going to go ahead now and, he gets us upfield, close to midfield already, as it's been some nice throws that Terrain Patton's been doing. He's really improved the accuracy since we had him here at Earlham College. So got to give him credit where credit is due, but that being said, receiver straight up drops it. So now 3rd and 13, they're going to go ahead and try to throw it downfield and actually almost get a first down as well. So no surprises here. They're going to try to go for it here. 4th and 1, Chris Anderson trying to run the Wildcat offense, but we get him off the field, baby. Not today, man. Not even on the road. But then for our first possession of the game, we actually go 3 and out. So Terrain Patton and company is going to have the football right back here once again. And Terrain Patton, is going to be a huge step in, to rebuild for Transylvania. I don't think they've won a game yet in this series. They came in with us in our first year of FBS football, and their transition has not been nearly as good as the transition has been for us thus far. As we got a 1st and 10 now coming up for the Pioneers, as Patton will quickly throw over the middle, trying to get it over to Cox, but he drops it as well. Both incompletions that Terrain Patton has here early in this game have been as a result of receivers just not making plays for him, but at least the ground game's working well for him. Almost makes Justin Burden, one of our star safeties, look silly out here. But now we got 1st and 10 once again. Terrain Patton gonna drop back. He's gonna get it out to Chris Anderson, but we were ready for that screen though. And look who it is, Justin Burden coming up and making a tackle from the safety. What a great run stopper he is. And as a result, we get him to 3rd and long. Let's get these guys off the field. And that's how you like to see it, baby. Josh Brown with the interception. Let's go, man. First turnover on Terrain Patton. I keep telling him, man, we are not playing right now. But apparently, that being said, their defense isn't playing as well because we haven't even gotten a 1st down yet. We, golden opportunity to take momentum. We dropped the ball a little bit, man. So now we got to figure out a way to continue to stop this offense. Our defense has been playing lights out, but offense isn't really setting them up early. It seems like our offense forgot to get off the bus or something. I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you, but they're running this Wildcat, and we shouldn't be having so many problems stopping this Wildcat. It's not a hard offense to stop, but Chris Anderson's doing a good job with it, though, and he gets 2 first downs off that Wildcat formation. As it's 2nd and 12 now coming up, Terrain Patton gonna try to scramble once again. He's brought down by one of our interior defensive linemen, but a manageable 3rd down coming up for the Pioneers. As we look to continue to go lights out here on defense, they try to run it up the gut, but Justin Burden again comes and makes the tackle once more. And we forced the field goal unit out despite the fact that they only need an inch. I'm surprised they're not going for it as the kick is up, and it's no good. The kicker misses it from less than 40 yards out. He was actually short. You love to see that. And that 1 quarter is officially over. There still hasn't been any scoring yet. It reminds me of season number 1 when these two teams played, because we got ourselves an absolute slugfest right now. So let's go, man. 2nd quarter officially underway. We still haven't scored yet on offense. We still haven't gotten a 1st down, but Transylvania is going to score before we even get a 1st down, though. That's crazy. Jarvis Allen just wins one-on-one on Caden Doman, and he just can't keep up at the end of the day. And it's an easy throw and catch for Terrain Patton, and that's how the Pioneers get on the board. So now, and this is how our offense is in general. We just can't get out of our own way right now. Miami should have gotten some more yards on that play, but he didn't. So now we got 3rd and 13 here once again, just trying to get something going here as Miami drops back, gets it to Jakeem Short, and for the first time in this game, we finally get ourselves a 1st down. It's about time, but we done did it. But let's see if our offense finally just relaxes a little bit as Miami drops back again. He's trying to throw over to the right-hand side, was looking for his tight end, but just threw it behind him. So now 2nd and 10 now coming up following that incompletion. And Miami is going to go ahead and take the carry. He's down the field, or at least I thought he was going to be down the field, but gets tripped up after only a gain of 5. So another 3rd down coming up here once again as Miami dropping back to pass. He's looking around, trying to find somebody to get open, and there just wasn't anything that Miami could do really. Transylvania just did a real good job of covering our receivers that time around, and once again, we had to punt this ball away and continue to hope that our defense can get it done. And besides that one really long pass play, they have done a really good job, playing some really solid, some really fundamental defense, as it's a 5-yard gain for Terrain Patton. So now 2nd and 5 now coming up. Patton going to go ahead and hand it off to Chris Anderson, who does meet Justin Burden up at the 2nd level and is brought down by him, but not before a gain of 10. So now 1st and 10 coming up. Terrain Patton in the shotgun. He's going to try to hand it off to Chris Anderson once again, but meets a brick wall. And Caden Doman was there to get the TFL. As we got a 2nd and 14 now. Jarvis Allen looking to get all those yards back and then some. And they get a 1st down off of that. It shouldn't be so hard to read these screens, but we're having a difficult time reading those kind of screens for whatever reason. Just gotta get a little bit more experience on the defensive side of the football. Remember, we still have a lot of freshmen and a lot of sophomores that are starting on this team. Either that or walk-ons, that may be juniors and seniors, but walk-on guys, they're walk-ons for a reason, you know what I'm saying? As we get them off the field again, Terrain Patton could not throw that screen because he would have thrown it in the hands of Matthew Sands. So now this kicking unit is out once again to try to make this a 2-possession game. And this time he misses again. This time it's wide to the left. So the kicker misses another one. And so it's still only a 7-0 game. Can our guys go ahead and get ourselves on the board here before the end of the first half? We still haven't scored yet. But it only takes is one play, and we can tie this game right back up. But first, let's worry about getting this 1 inch as we send Derek Blue into motion. Gonna hand it off to CJ Holman, who spins off a defender and picks up the first down for the time being. Earlham gonna go into their, no huddle offense just a little bit here. 2nd and 8 coming up as Miami dropping back. He's gonna throw it upfield and gets it to CJ Holman again. And not only does he naturally pick up the first down, but on top of that, he also goes ahead and gets another face mask penalty, which we will gladly accept. As we got another 1st and 10 coming up. Miami dropping back, gonna send it downfield. Derek Blue, way to get up there, big guy. Okay, baby. Touchdown, Earlham. And we are finally on the board. And we got 1st and 10 coming up here. Let's see if we can take momentum going into the locker room. As Transylvania's offense is back out on the field. 2nd and 2. Patton looking around, gonna throw to the left-hand side and throws a nice completion over to John Smith. And that's good for a gain of 14. As we got another 1st and 10 now coming up for the Pioneers. As Terrain will drop back. Gonna try to throw it again over to the right-hand side, but a dangerous throw that was almost costly for the Pioneers. But it falls harmlessly incomplete. And now 3rd and 6 coming up once again as Terrain drops back. Gonna try to throw it downfield. But Caden Doman this time around is able to break it up, and it stops the clock for us. So we got 47 seconds left, 2 timeouts. Let's see if we can make something shake as we try to throw a dangerous pass down the right sideline. Was just trying to force it to Jakeem Short. Not a good idea for the most part, but we still have the ball back. We just got to make sure we take care of business still. As we throw to the middle of the field, Derek Blue in a very tight window, able to pick up 25. As we'll go ahead now, run our no huddle offense since we are towards the end of the first half. As now, CJ dropping back, trying to run the corner route, but that's intercepted. Trying to get it to Jakeem Short. And that's the first turnover of the day. The corner runs the route for Jakeem Short. And now Transylvania, they have a chance to go ahead and take the lead before the end of the first half. But Matthew Sands has something to say about that. Sacks him for a loss of 8. It's now 2nd and 18 now coming up. Patton dropping back, gonna throw it to the left sideline, but it's intercepted. Cayman Doman gets it. He's also gets the block, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. The Season 1 custom recruit that came in as a walk-on, pressed into service after Mario Hernandez gets hurt, gets an interception towards the end of the first half, and returns it into the end zone. And that's how this first half ends, man. We are up 14-7. Second half coming shortly. So let's go, man. Second half underway. We got the ball, we got momentum, and we got the lead. So we got to make sure we take care of business as CJ Holman, his first carry of the second half. It's a good one. Gain of 15 yards. That gives us a first down to work with. As Miami drops back, throws it to Jakeem Short. It's a quick throw, but we're still able to pick up 6 yards, despite that, which I do really like to see. as we got 2nd and 4 now coming up once again as Miami. He's dropping back, going to try to throw it upfield. We had Derek Blue open. He had a step on the defense, but Miami overthrows him. You hate to see it. So now CJ Patton comes into the game for one of the few sets that we have him in. And Patton also overthrows a guy as well. So 2 overthrows in a row. That's going to lead us to go ahead and punt this football back to the Pioneers. So we don't get any points like we wanted to, but we still have the lead. And we got him pinned back deep as we go throw it deep down the left-hand side. That's actually complete somehow. Don't know how he got it, but they did get it. But that being said, though, there is actually going to be a challenge on the field because they weren't actually sure if this was actually a catch or not. And it doesn't look like it really was a catch, actually. It looks like he might have been out of bounds. Couldn't even get themselves 1 foot down. And they will decide to go ahead and reverse this call. So now 2nd and 10 now coming up following the reversal as Teambuilder Patton gets intercepted for the 3rd time today. Nate Hunt gets his hands on it. And it's our 2nd defensive touchdown of this game. Nate Hunt, the freshman redshirt, reading the eyes of the quarterback, making a play accordingly, and then just beating the offense back to the end zone. So 2 touchdowns for Earlham from the defensive side of the ball, and it's been the ultimate difference maker so far. We're up by 2 scores. As now Transylvania is back out on the field, and this time they're going to go ahead and go back to running some Wildcat. Chris Anderson is, a pretty dynamic athlete that they have on the field. Teambuilder Patton is actually lined up at wide receiver and throwing down some decent blocks as well. He actually gets a block on MJ Granson and almost gets past him too. So pretty impressive running as Chris Anderson continues to try to run this Wildcat offense that they got going on here, as Nate Hunt should have had that tackle for a loss, but instead Chris Anderson somehow able to get by him. He's able to get the 1st down, and now we got 1st and 10 coming up here, and Anderson's actually going to try to pass it and gets the completion somehow. Oh my! Chris Anderson, truly a dynamic athlete. Not just doing it on the ground, but he can throw it a little bit too. As Teambuilder Patton will now come back in as the quarterback and still giving Chris Anderson a rest. But Chris Davison can do some things too. He picks up 8 yards on the ground on top of it. But can we get him off the field though? 3rd and 4 coming up. There's been multiple 3rd downs that we've had on this drive alone, but haven't been able to stop him yet. And Teambuilder Patton gonna be able to force him down. Let's go, baby. Not happening here. Brent Gardner actually responsible for bringing him down. And it's a 4th down coming up. The field goal is up, and this time the kicker does make it. So they cut into this lead just a little bit, but we're still up 21-10 so far. As our offense returns to the field once again, getting it out to Adam Hill III on the screen. And nearly picks up a 1st down as a result of it. You'll love to see it. It's now 2nd and 1 now coming up. Going to go ahead and try to run the football with CJ Holman, who takes it upfield and breaks the tackle on top of it and is able to pick up 6 yards as a result of it. As another 1st down coming up for the Quakers. As CJ, he's going to throw it down to the right-hand side and gets to the, to the tailback. Nice check down in order to get to CJ Holman and get us some positive yards. I like to see that from our true freshman quarterback. Making those right reads, you don't have to force it downfield all the time. That's what I like seeing from our quarterbacks. Gotta avoid making mistakes because we're still not at a point where we can lose the turnover battle, but still be able to overcome that consistently in order to win football games. We need to be smart with the football, and that's what, for the most part, that's what we've been doing today. That we're winning the turnover battle right now, and because of that, we're winning the football game as of right now. But, still a lot of football left to play, of course. Miami's going to pick up another 1st down on the ground here as well. So just 20 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter as Miami, he's dropping back again. Going to throw it to the left-hand side to Jesse Green. But it is incomplete once again. is now 2nd and 10 coming up here. Miami in the game, dropping back, looking around. Gonna try to throw it over to Derek Blue, but threw it behind him once again. That would have made it at least a little bit more manageable for us, but instead, we do have 3rd and 10 now coming up as Earlham dropping back, throws it over to Joey Washington, actually one of the preferred walk-ons who gets his first reception of the entire season. And it's because of that we get 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Gonna go ahead and punch it in for our main man, Bob Smith, the fullback, original walk-on, getting to the end zone. Another touchdown for Earlham. And we're going to be up 28-10 as we try to go for another interception. Nate Hunt was going for it. Probably should have just settled for the tackle because Chris Anderson was able to get the, get the first down because of it. But still, because of that, we're up 28-10 as of right now. I love how the squad is playing. Let's finish it out right here, right now. All right, so let's see if we can go ahead and get 2 wins in a row. As Terrain Patton will drop back, throw it over to the left-hand side where Chris Anderson is. Doesn't get to the first down marker, but that being said, still 3rd and short coming up for the Pioneers. As Patton is in the shotgun, let's see if they try to do some kind of speed option. No, but Patton will go ahead and scramble for it though, and ends up picking a first down here, gain of 16 yards on the play. As we got 2nd and 6 now coming up once more. Patton dropping back, sending the blitz downfield. The receivers were not looking for it though. An incompletion that Terrain Patton throws. As now we got him to a 3rd and 6. Patton in the shotgun in a 5-wide set. Tries to throw it to the left-hand side, looking for Hudson, but he drops the first down catch. But they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Because a, field goal doesn't really help them at this point. But we can't leave somebody open like that. John Smith attacks our zone defense successfully. It makes it a 2-score game. As the Pioneers will also go ahead and go for the 2-point conversion. Patton trying to run it in himself, but Nate Hunt stands him up though. We don't play games here. And we're up 28-16 now. As they'll kick it back off to us here. Jakeem Short gonna go ahead and bring it back for the Quakers. As Jakeem Short, he takes it down the sideline, and he does give us a really good kick return again. This one that gets us across the 40-yard line. So now a 1st and 10 now coming up for the Quakers. CJ Patton in the game, throws it short over to Adam Hill to 3rd, but he gets lit up there. Still a gain of 7, but he took quite the shot. As now Miami subs into the game now. Still throwing the football though. Jakeem Short does end up making the catch for us, and it's another first down for Earlham. Let's see if we can keep that positive momentum going as we got 2nd and 10 now coming up. Miami dropping back, looking around. Trying to throw it across the middle, was looking for Jariah Bond. That's incomplete though. So 3rd and 10 coming up. Trying to run the curls for the girls, but we miss an open curl route. You hate to see it. CJ Patton, misses the throw, unfortunately. So now Transylvania's going to go ahead and take over after we do decide to punt the football. We still have a 2-possession lead, but that being said, a stop here on defense can really help us out and could potentially put the icing on the cake here. Again, we just need one more stop. Can we get it done though? Something that we'll definitely have to wait and see. Terrain Patton does want to go ahead and try to lead the comeback trail. As Patton in a 3rd and 3, gonna drop back. It's a screenplay though over to Robertson. Nobody accounts for him, unfortunately. And it's just a great play call that's able to give a first down to Terrain Patton and company. As now we got another 2nd and 9 now coming up for the Pioneers. Trying to run it up the gut. Anderson refusing to go down though. It almost picks up the first down in the process. It's a really nice run. Gotta give him credit where credit is due for sure. As we got him in a 3rd and short. Let's get these guys off the field. It's a play action. Gardner going to try to track him down, and Brad Gardner does take out Terrain Patton and throws it down on him. But still a 1st down, and Patton's not hurt, so didn't really accomplish anything there. As Patton trying to avoid the pressure as Finn Otis just out here laying people out. You'll love to see it. So a 7-yard loss as a result of it gives our defense some breathing room. Is now Patton dropping back, avoids another sack and gets it to Paul Robinson, who's lit up like a Christmas tree by Nate Hunt. And it's still 3rd and long despite that pass being completed. So now 3rd and 12. Patton will probably pass it here. I'll be shocked if it's anything different, as Patton will drop back facing some blitz and gets it out to Hudson quickly. But that being said, Thomas Hall does make the tackle for us. And on a 4th down, there's no choice but for the Pioneers to go for it. They need this 1st down in order to keep it going, as Bergeston, gets carried across the 1st down marker. If we would have stood him up, that probably would have been turnover on downs, but one the big hit the defensive lineman did, and it cost us potentially a 4th down conversion. So it is what it is. Just gotta make sure our defense continues to try and take care of business. They are allowing a lot of time to come off the clock though, which is really good to see, because even if they do score on this drive, and it'll have to be a touchdown by the way, they'll still need to go for the onside kick. So time is still on our side. Just make it as hard and long as possible, for them to get into the end zone. As Patton trying to throw it out to the left-hand side and turns it over on downs. It's a bad throw to that side of the field, and that's actually going to seal the game. Earlham takes care of business, man. We win this game by a final score of 28-16. We get ourselves on a little winning streak here, our 2nd win in a row. But let's go ahead now and check out the stats for our guys from a team and individual standpoint. Alright, man, so we get our 2nd win of the season, man, but I'll tell you what, it was really ugly doing so in the process. We only had 250 yards of total offense this entire game. Transylvania offensively actually outplayed us, but we found a way to win this thing, man. 100 yards on the ground, 153 yards through the air. The biggest thing though, we won the turnover battle once again. We only threw 1 interception, whereas Terrain Patton, he talked some shit before the start of this game. He ended up throwing 3 interceptions, so who actually looks stupid now? But we get our 2nd win of the season though. Penalties has also worked well in our favor as well. Time of possession was about the same. We did leave them to 6 and 15 in 3rd down conversion as well. And we did what we needed to do. We took care of business. So checking out the stats for our guys in Miami, Uwagalier, he did his thing today. Not much with passing, 6 for 16, 107 yards and a touchdown. CJ Patino, 5 for 8, 46 yards and an interception. Meanwhile, with the rushing attack, CJ Holman, took care of business for us on the ground, 83 yards off of 16 carries. Only touchdown though on the ground though was Bob Smith, 1 yard, 1 carry. But we got the score of a walk-on fullback. You'll love to see it. As for our receivers, since we didn't have too many completions, we didn't have a lot of people catching the ball for us today. But one person that got into the end zone, though, Derek Blue, he had another score today, 2 for 60. He did not lead the team in catches, though. That falls to CJ Holman, who had 3 for 14, and Jakeem Short, who was 3 for 29 today. Blocking, Cornell Smith allowed a sack, so you hate to see that. Defensively, this is our best defensive game so far this season. It really has rebounded since the first 3 games of the season, non-conference play. Ever since we got into conference play, we have really done a phenomenal job taking care of business. Matthew Sands led the way for us, 9 total tackles. He had 4 TFLs on top of it and had a sack. Josh Brown was also able to get up in there as well. He had 9 total tackles, a TFL. And we got 3 sacks as well. Brad Gardner, who is a true freshman, doesn't get a lot of playing time usually, but 3 total tackles got in there. Finn Otis managed to get a sack, and I already talked about Matthew Sands getting a sack. We got 3 interceptions as well, 2 of which were returned for a touchdown, Nate Hunt being one of them. And Caden Doman actually getting an interception returned for a touchdown. Josh Brown got a pick as well. No fumbles, but hey, 3 turnovers. I love to see that. We're really turning a corner when it comes to playing defense. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's 6 turnovers that we forced in the last 2 games. And that's really awesome considering we didn't have any turnovers our first 3 games that we forced. And that's why we won this game, man. I love to see it. So what we also do is that we also got some good news on the recruiting front as well. We ended up having 3 people commit to us. Eric Jackson, Mike Rogers, and Jeremy Norton all committed to the squad. DeJuan Armstrong is still in a recruiting battle for us, and Brent Willie is ready to visit us as well. But it feels good, man. It feels good for sure. We're on a 2-game winning streak. In next episode, we're going to try to make it 3 games in a row that we end up winning. We are going on the road to play against Mount St. Joseph Lions, who are currently 0-2 in conference play. So they're still looking for their first conference win of the season. It's going to be a good one, man, for sure. So I need you guys to do me a favor. Smash that like button for me, and then on top of that, I need you guys to hit that subscribe button if you're brand new and made it all the way to the end of this video. I would truly appreciate it. In the meantime, though, this is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off, but I'm hoping you're all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.